Ball teed up. Austin Seibert out for the kick. And we're underway in Caesar Superdome. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And bringing them out as a former fifth-rounder from South Carolina. And before that, Oklahoma, it's Spencer Rattler.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Back-to-back carries here. Has a hole left, room to run. And he's all level. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a 6-0 lead right away. York tacks on that extra point. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Saints 7, Falcons nothing. York to kick
On now is York to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. Showing a little burst so far. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down. So here are the Falcons out on offense for their first drive. They're led by one of the fastest quarterbacks in the game from Alabama. Here's Jalen Milroe.
The biggest mistake he can make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace of the opposition just set. Even if there's a quick score to begin the game, he's got to have the poise and the patience here to run the opening script they planned for all week long. Play your game, and not let the circumstances dictate and force your hand early.
And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Oh, just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Milroe. Cut down the field. It's Pitts. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons finish off their opening drive. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Austin Seibert on to try the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Falcons respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. This will end up as a touchback. This New Orleans offense ready up for its second drive of the contest. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Now Rattler on the play fake. And the last time they had it, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
At the 33-yard line.
On the ready. Set. Yellow.
Shotgun snap to Rattler. Complete out to the right side. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. Wow, beautiful punt there. They have them backed up all the way to the 2-yard line. The Falcons and quarterback Jalen Milroe readying for their next drive. And among dual threats of the... And he's not going to escape. They could not get the push they needed. That's going to be a safety. So they give away the lead on the safety, and now they're going to have to give away the football with a free kick.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they'll accept the miscue and take the yards. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Yellow. Line.
Completed over the middle. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. 21 yards on the play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go.
Rattler now off the play action. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone. Brock inside the 15. All right, they look set now. Here we go, first and 10.
That's another
Saints.
Sending him on the dive. Give him a few yards on that run. It's second and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7. At the Falcons, 11-yard line.
Another carry for him. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up third down. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. So managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
On third down, here's Rattler. He had it for all, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that brings up fourth and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it. What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. I really hope I didn't just jinx them.
And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. We'll look at his numbers on the ground from last week here.
Brings up second and 2.
After that little 8-yard scooch, here comes second and 2. From the gun, Milrow. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. Hits the 20. All the way, and that's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Seibert's able to connect on that extra point. And the Falcons take a slim 2-point lead.
Saints 12.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Doesn't like what he sees, so we got a touchback. They're going to begin this drive at the 35-yard line. First and 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. On first down, they'll run. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's second down.
Down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
On the gun, Rattler. Hits his running back. And a gain of only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face third down. He keeps it himself. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. It's an early advantage for the Falcons. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit.
Ready?
We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football.
Let's go.
They're looking at first down here. That's completed out to the right. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on first down. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's second and inches.
Second and inches.
That's ready.
At the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw, Rattler. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Falcons have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career.
At their own 16-yard line.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7.
A 3-yard pickup.
Will Rowe from the gun. Headed out right. He takes it himself. Up the sideline he goes at the 35. And he's going to get this to the 39-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Fresh set of downs now from the 39. First and 10, around to Robinson. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. That's going to bring up second down. That's a nice quick correction for this front block. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next.
That's complete inside the 35. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. First down now, ball at the 33. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So still 10 to go on second from the 33-yard line. Now it's Milroe. Taking a shot for the end zone. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons parlay the interception into points. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. His third through the air this game. Cyber tacks on the point after. And the Falcons push the lead to 2 scores now. It's all lined up. Cyber now ready to send this flying. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. First and 10 coming up.
Yellow, 22, ready.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Second down now, they need 7.
Brings up second and 7 at the 38-yard
Rattler
line.
back to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. Along the sideline past midfield. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. First and 10 now from the 46. Rattler. Falcons driving in, and they're going to bring him down. And that's how drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this second down.
Brings up second and 14 at the 50-yard line.
Okay, right. Come on, set. 60 red.
Rattler to the air now. Completed to his running back. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Brings up third and
To the air on 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. More from Caesars Superdome in just a moment.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Go.
Here's Rattler, first and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
a gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 30-yard line.
We send a man in motion. Throwing is Rattler. Finds his man over the middle. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
On the set.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Rattler setting to throw. He's got it over the middle. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Set. Hut.
Working inside the red zone. Drops back. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
And goal at the 13-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Rattler. He's caught.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. It's not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Now third
Red,
and
38.
goal.
Put.
Now Rattler. He's dump off caught by his back. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break.
23-yard attempt.
Only 2 seconds left in the half, so on comes the field goal unit.
A
A very short kick here from the right hash. York knocks it through. And it's back to a one-score game now. The deficit is 6. So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll catch up with the rest of the league later on. We're right through halftime and on to the start of the third quarter. On now is York to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. Good work so far. He's got room. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Out comes the Atlanta offense for the debut possession of the second half. They certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Now he takes it, and he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Oh, just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
And the Falcons, first down.
Here's Robinson up the middle. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Falcons, first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down.
Shotgun now for Milrow. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, the ball's incomplete. Second down coming up.
And he's still spinning on the coverage.
Here we go.
From the gun, Milrow. Cut for big yards on the right side. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow the lead coming out of halftime. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out.
Maybe a little armchair quarterback after that call. It's like the defense knew exactly what was coming.
He fields it from the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 40.
On the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10. A toss now to Robinson. Jukes away from 1. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7. Oh, it's 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
32-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up
Throwing here, Milrow. Finds him on the slant. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown.
to number 88.
The Falcons kick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Now it's Milrow in the offense, looking to go for 2.
The Falcons will line up.
They want to run it across. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down to the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Okay, Brock, dialing up another 2-point call, and you remember when your friends didn't have a voicemail and it would just ring and ring and ring? It's still ringing. Fall short again of reaching that end zone.
Yeah, this defense not doing very good between the 20s or even in the red zone, but they do find a way to rise up. This is always my challenge with being super aggressive, is why give that defense something to feel good about coming off the field after you put 6 on the board.
But wheeled in by Bailey. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Offense to the line, 2nd down.
Here we go, set.
From the gun, Rattler. One's complete, right side. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 6 yards to go here. It's third down.
Third and 6.
Set. Black, 95. Hut.
They'll air it out on third. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away. So he goes down. And their fourth sack of the game, Brock, brings up fourth down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. The Falcons and quarterback Jalen Milroe readying for their next drive. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember. But as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Milroe from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Complete out to the right. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. Third down, 1 yard to go.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's completed right side. He has this down to the 34. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. All still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. Milroe now to throw. Buys time, rolling right. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out! And the Saints have the recovery.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that was one wild ride. QB does a terrific job. Gets out in the open field, has a big play, and then he's got to watch the other quarterback run on the field as he gives the ball away.
And he's sent out after getting them away from their own goal line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Saints first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Check pick.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Rattler.
The 15-yard line.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. That's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
This defense has been doing it all, not just with the takeaways, but the pressure and what that does and how hard it is to play the quarterback position when you're taking a beating like this.
3rd and long for him here. This gets up past the 20. Completed over the middle. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Black, 95.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter.
Okay,
We'll
right?
keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Set.
Rattler back to throw. It connects down the sideline. This is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. 1st and 10 from the 43. Rattler to the air now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets it through the midfield strike, but onto the Falcons side of the field. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 48-yard line.
Rattler. Connecting on the slant. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. They've got 1st down here from the 36.
36-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 45.
Throwing is Rattler. Setting up the screen. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Finds the in route complete. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14.
On the double.
A new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone on first. This one's caught. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Shotgun snap to Rattler. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. Offense to the line fast. Shotgun now on third down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this.
Here we go.
Desperation time here. And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints get it back to within 2 possessions. You're good on the point after. And the Saints make it an 11-point ball game.
33, Saints 22.
Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. Oh, the Saints are looking confident that they have it, and they do! New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's first and 10.
Ready. Black, 95. Ready.
Drive play straight ahead. Fights his way through a tackle. And he is down to the 30-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
And the Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Rattler, first and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the net. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
10 yards. That's another.
Working inside the red zone. He tucks it and takes off. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Now Rattler. He slides down with enough to pick up that first. Working quickly here.
A gain of 6.
Looking to throw, Rattler. Catch is made in close. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints now within 1 score in the 4th. Lat McConkey with a touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in the lead, only a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there. Get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
The Falcons and quarterback Jalen Milroe readying for their next drive. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. First down throw here from Milroe. Chased out to his right. They did it! He made the interception! Lawrence Spillane has it.
That's just a bad decision, frankly. And really, as a quarterback in this moment of the game, you got to know it's not a time to take a risk. Cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
And he gets a few on the punch forward. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints trail by a field goal.
Blue check.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Oh my God. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Jump off, caught by his back. Space to the left. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Switch, yellow.
Hand off to the back. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. And after the play, one of the Falcons still out there injured. So we'll get a brief stoppage here as they check on him.
Come on, set. Ready?
Here he is to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this is a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone.
And he got there in time. He's taken down. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its 2nd. On comes Cade York. A lot riding on this kick. He's looking 34 yards here down the middle.
34-yard attempt.
Looking good, and it's through. And they tied it up late in the 4th.
It's such a confidence builder to a sideline, to an entire team, Kate, when you can rely and trust your kicker in these big moments. He tied it up, and now it's incumbent upon his defense to do their job.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out of the field runs the Atlanta offense. The game really in their hands at this point, Brock. We're going to see whether it's a celebration coming up next or overtime. Got a lot behind this one. They connect on the deep shot. And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call.
Offside. Defense.
Now they got to the end zone with that free play partner, so they will, of course, decline the offsides and take those points. Sideburns able to connect on that extra point. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7.
Saints 33.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And they're taking the field knowing that they need a touchdown here, Brock. More pressure on them now than they've had any drive so far this game.
Well, our colleague, Charles Davis, has a line for a spot just like this. Pressure, it can burst pipes, but can also create diamonds. Let's see what the outcome of this pressure is going to be.
Couldn't make the connection, was looking for Lat McConkey. So it'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw. To the right and pulled in by McConkey. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd
To throw.
and 6.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
45, wide, ready.
Lone back gets the handoff. Trying to fight free, he can't do so. They've got him behind the line. Now let's see, Brock, if they call their final timeout.
The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
He'll look to throw it. Completed over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set.
It's a gain of 9. Makes
Here he
it
is to
3rd
throw.
and 4.
And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And that's going to make it just about worst-case scenario for this offense, Brock. It is 4th and long.
Ready.
Throwing now. Going to force it on 4th, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons make the play that should win them this game.
Intercepted by the Falcons. Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. They're going to pass it here. Look at that power, deep left side. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send it back to the line for 2nd.
It's now 2nd
You
down.
know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Setting up to pass. He's looking deep once again. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So that brings up 4th and long. Back to throw it. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
We go, Todd. 180.
One final shot here. Need this to force overtime. And this will not be caught, so their last chance heave to the end zone ends up on the ground. This game's over. So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road.
Act your age, ain't just the barbers where you catch a fade. Face covered, cutting through your garden like a masquerade. Before I catch a L up, catch a plane. I probably you before I your chain. Switch it up, it's rap, pixie dust. Money ain't to us. Broski went and you better fix her up. I just bought a crib to a chick, she got the biggest. And when I saw your sister rat with the fishing hook, listen up, I've had to hit the cup. So if I swing my fist, you going in, so wish me luck. Boy, if you ain't talking paper, I'm a I tell Shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. Yeah. I just pull up to the crib and then I'm right back on that. Been starts up, I ain't coming home with a full. All you rappers still washed up, I don't push weight, I just pull chips. She ain't pulling the socks up when it's half time, she get full. Finna leave the boxed up like send it, make a play and I exit. Money boy making London money, spent most of my life on the M6. Yeah, get rich or die trying, no left. Been out here for like 8 years, come from Volkswagen to Bentley's, little what's your run up cash, double back. Baby, show me what your mama made and made up. Yeah, made up. You got such a pretty face, but I want. Tell her I'm ready, the check coming heavy. I bought them made busy, no, this ain't a Chevy. The king of my city, can't nobody check me. They know where I'm at if they coming to get me. I've been in the pocket like keys in a wallet. If you think you got it, then pull up and bet me. I'm keeping it solid and just being honest. You ain't gotta like me, but